Hey guys, so the weather's really starting to get cold in New York, so I am like extra bundling up and like even wearing sweatshirts inside. And when the weather gets cold, one thing I really like to do is make warm, comforting foods. So today I'm sharing a quick veggie noodle soup that is really good for a cold day, but also is really good for health boosting. I like to eat it when I'm trying to ward off cold and flu. I find that this really helps me stay well, and it's also just really delicious. It's ready super fast and is very easy to prepare. I'll put the link for the full recipe in the description box below, so you can click down there if you want to get the details on how to make this. And if this video helps you at all, please consider giving it a thumbs up, because that will really support my channel and help me out a lot. And yeah, let's go ahead and jump into the video. So to make this soup, I'm gonna need a medium-sized pot, some greens of some sort. I like to use baby because they cook very quickly. I'm gonna add some edamame for some protein, broccoli, onion, I have one that's already pre-cut, some soba noodles, these are my star ingredient. I love these because they're made with buckwheat, and also they cook in 4 minutes, so they're very, very fast. And then also vegetable broth is gonna be my time-saving flavor. I'll probably go ahead and bust out the cutting board and chop up just a little bit of some fresh garlic just to add extra flavor, because the broth has a lot of flavor, but I like to use pretty much the onion and the garlic and soy sauce. Speaking of which, we will also be using some soy sauce to help add flavor to this soup. So to make this soup, we're gonna turn the heat to about medium. I'm gonna say medium to medium low. It's a pretty forgiving recipe, so either of those will do. I just added a little bit of canola oil, probably maybe like a ½ teaspoon or so. And then I have some pre-cut onion, and this heats up really fast, so I'm gonna go ahead and drop these in, and then while that starts to cook, I'm gonna chop up some of this garlic. Once the onions start to brown, I'm gonna go ahead and add the garlic. In addition to flavoring the soup, this garlic is a good immunity booster. And we're just gonna cook this until the garlic becomes fragrant, so that's about 60 seconds. And then I'm gonna shake up and add this vegetable broth. And then I fill the container about 50% with water, and I'm gonna add that too, just to get a little bit more liquid in the bowl. And we just wanna bring this to a boil. Already starting to simmer on the edges. I might turn the heat up just a tad to help it along. Like I said, I want this to be ready super fast. Now that this is starting to bubble again, I'm gonna add the vegetables that take the longest time to cook. So one of my time savers that also will add some protein to help keep us full, as well as be a good immunity booster, is edamame. So I just get this from the frozen section, and then I just toss a handful of that in. And then broccoli is another good immunity booster. This one also takes about the same time as the edamame. I also like to get this from the frozen section because it means that you don't have to cut and clean it. You can just toss it in, and again, I just add about a handful of that. These need to cook 4 to 5 minutes, so I'm gonna wait just a minute and then add the rest of the ingredients. And while I'm waiting for this to come back to a boil, I'm just gonna go ahead and begin the cleanup process. So I'm just getting my frozen vegetables back into the freezer. In addition to cooking fast, it's also a very fast cleanup. Now that this is back to a boil, I'm gonna set a timer. Once this reaches 4 minutes, I'm gonna add the soba noodles in. And I'm gonna go ahead and add some of this soy sauce because I want it to go ahead and start flavoring the soup. I usually just put like a drizzle in and I don't measure. Again, the not measuring just keeps this recipe super simple, but it was probably about a teaspoon, but just add a little bit because it's much easier to add more if it's not strong enough, but you can't really take it out once it's been stirred in. Okay, and we've got about 4 minutes left on the timer. So I'm gonna add my soba noodles, and I usually add about a ½ of a bundle. And I love these soba noodles because they're made with buckwheat powder. They're very fine. They have a nice texture that I like to eat. Also, I just find that they cook extremely quickly. So that's nice when you're trying to eat healthy on the go. I also have a recipe that is like a stir-fry noodle version of this. Sometimes I make the soup recipe just when I'm feeling a little bit more lazy because I don't have to move things from one pot to another, and it's also just a little bit less cleanup. We're just gonna cook that for about 3 minutes. And then when there's about 1 minute left on the timer, I like to add in some of these greens. They're just another way to get more health boosting ingredients in, and because the leaves are baby leaves, they just cook really quickly. I mean, you basically just need to wilt them down, but you can easily get like another cup or two of vegetables just by stirring these in. And if you like your soup a little bit more brothy, you can always add in more vegetable broth, or you could add more water, and if you prefer to add a different protein, you can also easily stir in some pre-cooked chicken or some shrimp. This is a very versatile recipe, so feel free to customize however you want. And timer's just gone off, so that is it. The soup is ready. I'm just gonna transfer this into this bowl. You can add just a dot of sesame oil. It will just add a nice flavor and scent. It was actually a lot. I probably would add a little bit less. And then just grab your favorite soup spoon and dig in. Oh, and by the way, I put everything up while I was cooking the soup, so basically cleanup is pretty much done other than washing that pot up. Alright guys, that's it for this recipe. It's really that simple. Hope you guys enjoy this and hope it helps you stay well as the weather is turning colder. I'm gonna go off and enjoy my soup now and maybe catch an episode of Stranger Things. So yeah, thanks again for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if it helped you at all, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!